Hey guys, so I'm about to work on this juniper that I've been training as a formal upright style bonsai tree. Unfortunately, as you can see, the tree has suffered major dieback. I left it in my car, the car got too hot, and it killed back a chunk of the tree. So I'm considering my options with what I want to do with the tree now. One thought was to cut the tree back where the dieback ends, wire up one of these branches as a new lead, and continue the formal upright style. I could do that. It'll take some time for the tree branch to really take over and really become a new main lead. And I'm also not too sure about the integrity of some of these branches because some of these are suffering partial dieback. Another option I was considering was actually ginning the entire tree, the main trunk line, back to one of these side branches to create kind of the mirrored effect in nature of a tree that ends up dying back because of a winter that was too harsh, or some kind of other parasite infestation, something that kills off the majority of the tree, and then the tree ends up regrowing from one of these lower branches. So it'll be kind of a weird, untraditional style, but that's what I'm thinking I want to try out with this. Just give it a kind of an experiment and see how it looks. So in order to start with this tree, I'm going to start removing the different branches, especially the dead ones, and then I'm going to start ginning the tree by peeling off the bark and exposing the dead wood underneath. Alright, so as you can see, this tree has pretty much been defoliated of everything from the main trunk, and right now what really remains is these lower branches. So the next step will actually be to remove the bark from this whole main trunk until we just pretty much see dead wood, and it'll just be one giant gin. There are a few different ways to actually create a gin. Many people will use gin pliers. It's possible to use some kind of sharp knife. Many times I actually just use my fingernails. I feel I can get in there pretty easily and just use my fingernails to work away the bark. That's easier with live bark. For the part that's dead, it might be a little more challenging, but usually on junipers, the live bark peels off very easily. So I might start here with the knife, and if that's easy, I might work into using my fingernails. Now what I'm seeing up here, even though the foliage died back for a lot of this tree, a lot of the wood seems like it's still live wood. So if we had left it long enough, there probably would have been some recovery. But I think this will be a different style, and I think it'll be interesting to see what we can do with this tree, ginning the main trunk. Alright, so at this point, I've primarily ginned the entire main trunk of the tree. As you can see, the tree has a completely different look now. It definitely looks like an old, dead tree that's died back, and it has some young new growth down here. So the next thing I have to decide is what I want to do with this growth. I was initially thinking that I want to make this side branch here, the smaller side branch, the new main lead. That will become a new tree that kind of grows next to this now gin wood right here. So I'm thinking that's going to be the next aspect. So now I have to decide if I want to continue to gin this wood and remove the live material all the way down to here, and then decide what I want to do with this side branch. I'm not sure if I want to leave this here for now, just for the health of the tree, and then in the future decide and make my changes with what I'm going to take off. So for now, I'm going to finish ginning this a little bit closer down to here, and then I'll make some more decisions. One way to not accidentally over gin your tree, to extend the gin or remove too much bark, would be to take a knife and to make a small incision in the bark around the trunk or part of the branch you want to not gin past. Many times by doing this, we can actually, if we start to pull on the wood that we're removing with our hands or the gin pliers, we won't accidentally pull off too much live material. One of the problems with working with junipers, in my opinion, is they're very prickly. So in the course of removing all of this, I pricked myself probably 20 or 30 times on both live and dead foliage. So that's one of the drawbacks to junipers. Otherwise, a lot of cool stuff about junipers. I love the foliage; it's very compact. The small length of the foliage can easily make a tree look a lot bigger, which is part of what bonsai is about, making a small tree look like a full-grown tree. So proportionally, it's nice. You can create beautiful deadwood, gins and sharis. There really are a lot of benefits to juniper, but again, getting pricked isn't always the most fun part of working with junipers. So for today, I think this is all the work I want to do with this tree. I really took a lot of the live material off, many of the live branches, and the bark. So right now I probably will change the design and do some more styling of these lower branches here. I'll probably select one of them as the main branch, as the new main lead, and do some work with it from there. But for now, just for the sake of the health of the tree, this is where I want to stop. And I want to allow this new foliage, which now will get more of the growth, more of the nutrients, more of the water, which is currently going up to the top of the tree and into these other branches. They should now get the bulk of the energy. So now with these getting the bulk of the energy, we should hopefully start seeing a lot of new growth on this part of the tree, and from there I'll make the selection of what will be best for the final product of this bonsai. Hope you found this informative. I know it was pretty simple, just pretty much taking off bark, but sometimes it's good to see that, just get an idea of how to do it, how much to do, and the different ways you can use dead wood as part of your finished bonsai tree. Thanks for watching.